All right, on today's episode of Python Papi, we're back inside our TensorFlow course, and we're still doing our malaria TensorFlow callbacks module. Let's have a look at what we went over today. Now, yesterday, as you recall, we did set up some code so we could run it, and I did actually run that overnight. So let's get in have a look at that before I move on to the new stuff. So basically, what we did is we updated our code to take these two pieces of code here to run our epics. And after running our epics, we were supposed to print out this information here that actually logged our performances and give us a more in-depth look at the things that we were running. And as you can see, it went through here. Let me give you a closer look at what it says here. So you can see for every epic you see now, we have a 4 batch number. The model has a loss of, and then it gives us the details of what happened in that epic. So you can see here, for example, for batch number 7, the model has a loss of. You can see here the loss, and then we have the true positive, the false positive, true negative, false negative. Then we have the precision. Then we have the recall, and then we have the area under curve. So it gives us all the information for each batch in every epic. So yeah, that was that. We actually got that done. And today we added a new piece of code here, the CSV callback. So let's read over that and see what that was about for today. So let me go back to that really quickly. Where do we start that at? So we're going to start. Okay, so from here we will look at the tf.caress.callbacks, that CSV logger. Now with this CSV logger, what we're actually doing is we are logging out this information in a CSV file or in some file we are going to define. So what we'll do is simply copy ts.caress, the callbacks, the loggers, this information here. We're actually going to copy this right here, this piece of code, and implement it into our code. Now this time around, we wouldn't have to recreate a class as we did with the callbacks because there's a kind of general way of creating these callbacks. Now with the CSV logger, we'll actually create the callback more easily. So let's go ahead and go down and finish reading. So we have the ts.caress.callback CSV logger file name separator append equals false after our defs, and we will make it equal to CSV callback. Let's look at that really quickly just in case we didn't see it the first time we went through. So you can see here we have the CSV underscore callback equals CSV logger. Then we have the name of our file. Here's logs.csv. Our separator is the comma, and then append equals false. So yeah, that's what that is there. Let's go back up really quickly. Okay, I think I went up too far. We are supposed to be here. Okay, so yeah, then we can take off the portion of the TF. Okay, so now with the CSV logger, we actually create the callback more easily. So we have the TF.caress callback CSV logger, this file here, and then we can take off the TF.caress.callbacks portion like you saw. So we'll just have the CSV logger is going to be starting. Now we will specify our file name and our parameters, which will be logs.csv, which I showed you. And finally, we'll have to import the CSV logger on the same import line as the callback. Like I didn't show you that 339. Let me show you that real quick right now. So you can see here we actually had to import it over so we can have access to it on line 10, CSV logger on the same line as our callback. So that's what that was saying there. So yeah, that was that. And let's get back to reading. Now we can run this. I actually didn't run it. Of course, you know I didn't run it. I'm going to run it overnight for you and see if everything works out. If I have to debug anything and fix anything before I actually get back to you. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing overnight. Now note that the append parameter is described as in the documentation. It is a Boolean, true, append if the file exists, useful for continuing training, and false overwrite existing files. So what that means is after we run our epics, we should, if everything goes right, we should create a file called logs.csv with all of the information from our epics if it's set to false. So if it's set to false, we'll create a brand new file and overwrite anything that was there previously in the logs.csv. And we actually should have a CSV with all the information over there. But if we set the append to true, what we'll do is we'll run our epics and then we'll just append all of the new information to the existing information inside of the logs.csv. So right now we have it set to false, as you can see. So we're going to run it the first time overnight, and it should create a logs.csv file for us. And then that's why I have it twice here. And I'm going to uncomment this out, and I'm going to run it again as true. And then we're going to append all of the new information that we got from running the epics and append it to the stuff that we ran the first time. So as opposed to leaving it as false, where the false will erase everything that's in the file and just print all of the new stuff, the true is going to run everything and append it to everything we had first. So okay, so that's what that is. So that's what we have it false first. We're going to overwrite anything that's going to be in there is blank, so we don't have to worry about that. That's why it's false, because the file is blank as of now. But once we do run it, we're going to comment this out and then uncomment out the true part. So the true is just going to append all the new information to the existing information, and that's what that means there. So yep, that's what we're going to be doing overnight. And we did actually get queued up for the next phase we're going to be running, which is the TF.Caress callbacks, early stopping. I didn't start that yet. So I just got it queued up for us tomorrow. But yeah, so I'm going to run everything overnight for you as usual. And then we're going to have everything ready for you to walk through tomorrow. But of course, I will keep you posted every step of the way. For now, this is the Python Papi. You guys stay Gucci.